I have been playing Sugardew Island for 13 hours already, and it isn't worth the $13 I paid. Stick around and let me tell you why. The reasons of playing a farming cozy game are simple. Sweet characters, cute animals, gardening without the effort, the mundane everyday tasks that allow us to shut off our brains but still be engaged, marrying the right villager and having babies, and of course making money. See, I have played many farming games all the way back to the GameCube and Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, and sorry if that ages me, but whatever. Which, that game was my segue into cozy farming games. I've held on for the ride through the split between the incredibly well-made Story of Season games and into the horrible, cheaply made, and downright scary they charge that much Harvest Moon games. I fell in love with Fae Farms and applauded the design team for jumping quickly at the criticism and making the game a better place, and that's what we as gamers really want. We want our voices heard and characters that we learn to love and almost shed tears for. So when a game comes along that touts being the cozy farming game that we find ourselves falling in love with over and over, and they underdeliver, well, you get this type of video. Here's some things that are horribly wrong with this game. The hare character, which is just behind me on the screen, is supposedly a legendary, amazing goddess type creature in this game. And it's horribly rude and stressful to be around the first probably 1/3 to 1/2 of this game. I hope it doesn't sound horrible, but it's like the person who created the storyline is living a bitter, unfortunate life. When they created it, it's mean and spiteful. Now, I understand that we experience that in real life, but this is a game. So far, that character isn't developed very well. And I have to say that it probably is very badly designed for children. That could be very upsetting. And when this character does start acting normal, it's like a love bomb. It goes from negative 100 to 100 in 2.57 seconds, and it isn't pretty. There are no customizations, no clothing, no furniture, no changes in your house, no changes on your farm beyond some pathways and fencing. There are no star crops. There is nothing to work beyond after the story and the Steam achievements you get. I thought that there were no marriage candidates, and I created this video with that in mind. I happened to go look at the patch notes to see if they were actually planning on anything, despite them saying they're keeping it pretty low. And you apparently can marry one of the 4 people that are on there, but there is no screen whatsoever to tell you how you're doing. And the only screen that has their information on it is right here on the board. And there is zero indication whatsoever that there are love hearts on that page. Look, it's all flowers. It doesn't make sense. I'm assuming that you can't have any children, and there is no town. They just walk around. So ultimately, you can get the reputation with these 4 people quickly because I got 1 flower just from 1 order. But what's the point? To make matters worse, not only have many other players mentioned the underdeveloped feeling of this game on their own through Steam discussion pages, but the developers acknowledge that this is the intent and that they're keeping to it. There are no plans to change, and that makes this even more difficult to say. When you don't listen to the player base that has bought your game, you get this type of thing. People expressing how disappointed they are and other players listen. This is the type of situation where the game is out a few months and then heads to obscurity because there's no reason to replay this game. And to be honest, there isn't a reason to buy this game, let alone continue to play it beyond the story. it isn't worth $1 an hour of gameplay I bought it for on sale. And then the other things that are left in my game to do are completely non-essential. I don't need to get a huge coop. I don't need to get the huge barn. I don't need to get the huge house because what's the point? There's nothing to do with it. The pickup station, which is the item that allows your animals to automatically collect all of their, eggs and milk and whatnot. And then the last and final thing is just getting the 5 character, what are they called? Flowers, I guess? Hearts, the friendship hearts on the 4 characters that you can't marry and you can't do anything with. Which, oh, by the way, they're incredibly rude. They don't talk to you. It's the same thing. It's not worth it. I will say that there are things in this game that are good. For instance, look at how cute the inside of this house is. But the problem is the things that you can interact with are very superficial. Like, it tells you that the fire's crackling. What? Okay? You can even go and change your original clothing. But that's it. Your hair, your eyes, the very first customizations that you do when you create your character. You can't sit. The animal pillow right here. I have not seen my pet come in at all. My little ferret. Nothing is interactable. And that just makes this so hard. Because it's cute. Even the environment is done pretty much okay in terms of, the cute farm game feel, but it's just not interactable. There's no other interaction. There's no fishing. There's no mining. And I don't always expect to be able to attack creatures in farming games. In fact, I actually prefer when that's not there. But there's no humans, there's no other settlement, there's no even ruins, because the story of this game is that humans used to live here and they got run off by hair because they were raising their pitchforks and just being horrible people. It doesn't make sense to me. And the thing is, the developers said themselves, they wanted that small, cozy feel that Harvest Moon games gave. Well, guess what? Harvest Moon games have been horrible since Story of Seasons broke away and started actually developing their wonderful, deep, intelligently depth-filled games. And now Harvest Moon is horrible. They continue to put out cheaply made these cutesy games that are banking on people like me who've been the original Harvest Moon players to just buy it to test it out. And you know what? That is a horrible, horrible way to view gaming and to create games. Not to mention that it is a really horrible way to continue to grow your business. I hate to say this because this happens to be the first review video that I'm doing, but this game really isn't worth the money. It's not even worth the money at a discount, which I got it at $13. I probably wouldn't even pay no more than $5 for this game, and that sounds horrible as someone who expects to play more than 15 hours in a game, particularly a farming game. The goals are so small. Oh God, how do I say this? I don't mind the mundane tasks. I don't mind the farming the crops repeatedly. I don't mind going and milking the cows or, cleaning the chickens and the cows. I don't mind fishing in the rain. Those things are the whole point of the game. But for some reason, within 3 hours in this game of just crops, pick up shells, go sell them. Crops, pick up shells, go sell them. Crops, pick up shells, go sell them. That's all there is. You don't get any other actions. And it's just not good. Roca Play, I wish that you did better. I wish that you would listen to the people who are telling you that this game is not okay. I hope that you understand, and I hope that you do the right thing in the future or for this game and expand it, because right now I can't write a good review and I can't leave a good review in this video. It's just not worth it. In fact, I've just done like 10 or 15 videos that are coming up here on my YouTube channel, and I can't in good conscience say to buy this game. I really can't. This is going up before all of the game videos. So please be aware, if you're watching this video and you're going, what the heck? What is she talking about? Please watch my videos. This is not for monetization. I have not been monetized. This is literally just someone who's going, I want to love this game. I am playing this game. I'm trying to finish this game. But after like 3 hours, I wanted to be done with this game. To make it a point, I went and bought Hello Kitty Island Adventures during this playthrough. And I don't like Hello Kitty very much. That's how bad this game is. Save your money. Save your money and pay attention if you absolutely want to try this. Try the demo. It's not very good either. But please watch the forums and watch the news if you're wanting to buy this game and see if the developers are actually listening to us. Well, if you liked this video, please give me a like and a comment and share it, or hit the subscribe button, whatever you do. And I will see you in my next one. Probably Hello Kitty. It's got to be better than this, right?